we are going to use the simple formula. So this would be the mathematics anxiety of my respondents, taken from the average of the numerical anxiety, test anxiety, and problem-solving anxiety. Remember that not all Likert scale can have the mean for to determine the level of this independent variable or this variable, because some of the Likert scale can be considered as ordinal scale, and if that would be the case, then we cannot use the mean. We can only use the median or the mode. Since this presentation, I consider this one in interval notation, interval scale, then I will use the mean. And I can now answer the statement of the problem as stated in the previous slides. To do that, I will use the megastat. Able macros. And if you're going to click the add-ins, we can now have the megastat here. Now, let's click megastat, scripted statistics, and then as you can see here, you can actually check or uncheck the data that you're going to use. For in this case, I will uncheck the minimum and maximum range. And then get the, I can now get the average of my variables. Then click OK. So here, in the output, I can have here, count 55 respondents. For the grades, I have 80.15. So the average of the grades of my respondent would be 80.15. For the numerical anxiety, I have 2.92. Test anxiety, 3.68. Problem solving, 3.73. And mathematics anxiety, 3.44. These data can be used in my first research problem. What is the level of the mathematics anxiety in terms of numerical anxiety, test anxiety, problem solving anxiety, and mathematics anxiety? These data can be used in my second research question. What is the level of the learning performance of the grade 11? So get the mean and then go back to your parameters. Then you can now describe the data or the mean of this variable. So I have already answered my first two questions. Now, I go back to my sheet 1. Remember that the third question talks about the relationship between the independent variable and my dependent variable. To get the relationship between the two variables, then I'll go again to add-ins, megastat, and then look for correlation. So correlation matrix. So my correlation matrix would be these one, these columns rather. Okay. Now, as you can see, okay, I have here this output, the matrix. If we are going to get the numerical anxiety and the grades, I have now the coefficient of negative 0.203. Test anxiety versus grades, I have negative 0.040. Problem solving and grades, I have positive 1.